It's your boy Pee Wee the Plug, 1/4 through the wire, #1 Knicks fan in the world. Welcome back to episode 2 of the Orlando Magic rebuild. Since y'all been gone, which hasn't been long, obviously, I'm still wearing the same thing from episode 1. Hopefully, y'all listened to me at the end of episode 1 and are going to drop or did drop the names of coaches y'all want to see. But I've upgraded the target list. Obviously, like I said at episode 1, they won't let me add Gary Trent Jr. because they think I'm trading for him and he can't be traded for after 18 days, whatever they're saying. So we have Spencer Dinwiddie still. He's going to be a guy that I'm targeting in the free agency if he decides to turn down his player option of $11 million. DeMar DeRozan is going to probably be the best free agent player available. My thoughts with DeRozan, I like DeMar DeRozan. And like I said, depending on where we draft, we're probably going to continue to have a team of surrounding players. Jonathan Isaac, as good as he is, he's a complimentary player to a star. Wendell Carter, Mo Bamba, are complimentary centers. We don't have a player that we're building around. Cole Anthony isn't a player that you're building around. RJ Hampton is a young prospect, but you're not building around him. Chuma Okeke is another intriguing prospect who you hope to grow into a good premier 3-and-D player. But he's not a guy that you're building around. Markelle Fultz, to me, is probably our best guy if I had to build around one player. He's a dynamic point guard with some size. So when I look at the roster, a guy like DeMar DeRozan could come in and be, to a lesser degree, that Jimmy Butler type of guy. Come in, veteran, go-to guy. Elevates everybody else and makes everybody else's job easier. With him being here, he'd be the #1 option. So we're not asking Jonathan Isaac or Chuma Okeke or even Markelle Fultz to do anything that they can't do or never, done. Like I said in episode 1, Markelle Fultz with this roster would be looked at as the guy that we would try to have be our #1 option. You bring in a guy like DeMar DeRozan, and it makes everything else for everybody else easier because all they have to do is what they're good at. You know what I mean? All Cole Anthony would have to do is be him. All Isaac has to do is be him. Mobile. Everybody would just have to be them, and he can be that true #1 20-point scoring first option that we've seen him be. The time, maybe the timeline isn't right. He's 31 years old. We're definitely not going to be a premier team in the next season. Just being realistic, but we could somehow sneak into the playoffs if we came and got like a 20.5 rebound, 6 assist DeRozan that we've been seeing with San Antonio. And if Jonathan Isaac is fully healthy and playing how we know he can play, and our young guys are taking steps in the right direction, we could sneak in the East and be a 8th seed or something like that. So I mean, I'm not too against it. I'm not too for, but I'm not too against it. But he is somebody that we're going to target. Duncan Robinson, last year of his contract at 26 years old. I mean, every team can use the type of shooting that he has. And as of right now, when I look at our roster, we don't really have shooting. Our best shooter is Terrence Ross, who probably won't be here that long unless we did acquire a DeMar DeRozan type player and needed Terrence Ross. But as of right now, Markelle Fultz isn't a shooter. Jonathan Isaac and Chuma Okeke, they're respectable, but they aren't shooters. And a guy like Duncan Robinson will come in and help stretch the floor for our young guys while they're progressing and developing into hopefully the stars that they will become. Even if we got the #1 pick and we brought in a guy like Cade Cunningham, this is the type of guy you would want him on the floor with so that he can have more room and spacing to create and be that dynamic point guard or point forward that you would envision him to be. Kelly Oubre, another versatile wing. Like I said earlier in last episode's video, the wing position is something we're going to be looking at strong because when you look at Gary Harris, and he's probably not going to likely be here. Otto Porter won't be here. Terrence Ross is in the air. So Kelly Oubre is the type of wing we would need. A guy who can play 2, 3, even some 4, defend, can catch and shoot, play off the ball, and sometimes have those 30-point games out of nowhere that is needed. So I like Kelly Oubre as a guy to target. And then Taylonhorn Tucker, a guy that's stashed at the bottom of the Lakers depth chart. He's going to be a restricted free agent. The Lakers have 2 max contract players. They have Drummond, don't know what they're going to do with him, how they're going to bring him back. Montrezl Harrell, shooter. This would be a good time to maybe take a chance and throw a little bit of money at Taylonhorn Tucker and see if he takes it and see if the Lakers, put them in a position to where they would have to match it. And like I said, with all the contracts that they have and where they're at, would they even be able to match it? You don't know. So, you know, and then last but not least, Gary Harris, like I said, he can't be on the list, but it's the same thoughts for him. Toronto probably will be able to match him and will retain him. But we're going to try to do the same thing with Gary Trent Jr. Catch him in restricted free agency, throw a bag at him, and hope that his team or whoever won't be willing to match it in free agency, and maybe we can steal somebody like that. When we look at our salary cap table and we look at our our money and everything, we should have some money to play with. Like I said, Otto Porter's $28 million is coming off the books. That's going to be followed with James Ennis, so that's already $30 million. Kim Birch should not be on the roster, but he's still whatever. That's $33 million. And then we have these guys down here that we'll be letting go. So yeah, we will have $33 million opening up. We don't really have to re-sign anybody. Jonathan Isaac got his bag. Markelle Fultz got his bag. Terrence Ross will be movable. What team, contending team, wouldn't be, a Laker, Clippers, all of these contending teams would love to have a Terrence Ross off of their bench right now. Wendell Carter and Mo Bamba, they're not expected to be paid until the following offseason. So we have money. We have legitimate money to work with. And if we have a guy out there, even Gary Harris, Gary Harris would be, movable. But if there's a guy out there like Taylonhorn Tucker or Gary Trent Jr. or, anybody that we feel like deserves some money, and to try to pry away from their current team, we will. I like John Collins too, but is John Collins gonna be worth that money? I don't know. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be tricky, but I'm definitely into the whole Gary Trent Jr., Taylonhorn Tucker, guys that we see have potential. I'm into trying to capitalize on their teams being in weird positions to maybe come in and try to swoop them away early and get those diamond in the roughs in. So we got Mo Bamba, he's still in the mix. We got Cole Anthony with a flame by his name, which means he's taking full advantage of the 30 minutes per game that he's getting. Chuma Okeke, what are you averaging, sir? Let's take a look. Let's check in on some of our players. Right now this season, Chuma is averaging 9, 6, 1, 1, and almost a block. He's shooting 30% from 3. We want to get that better. That free throw, 63% from the free throw line is terrible. We got to get that up. He's playing 25 minutes a game. Cole Anthony, on the other hand, is averaging 10 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, a steal. He's shooting 33% from the three-point line, which is about average. And then he's shooting below 70%, which I don't like for my point guards. So he got to shoot it better. Dwayne Bacon, he's averaging 10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. He's shooting 32%, under 70. We got to get better at free throws. We probably the worst shooting free throw team in the league. We almost got a double-double from Wendell. 8 and 10. 16% from 3. He's shooting at least 76% from the free throw line. Only 40% from the field, which isn't, I don't like that for my big. RJ Hampton, what are you doing with your minutes? 9 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. These are nice, encouraging numbers. 42% from the field, 26% from 3, under 70% from the free throw line. Again, we got to start shooting free throws a lot better from our guards especially, but the stat line of 9, 6, and 4 is nice for him. 9, 6, and 4, he's doing a little bit of everything in his 29 minutes that he's getting. So I'm liking what RJ Hampton is bringing to the table for us. I'm liking that. I might try to get a boost in his minutes just a tad bit. Move Terrence Ross maybe to the 3, bring Dwayne Bacon off the bench, but I'm liking that from him. And then Mo Bamba is giving us 7 and 8, almost 2 blocks. He's shooting horrendous from the field. Mo Bamba is shooting 28% from the field as a 6'11", 7-foot center. He's shooting. He's almost shooting better from 3 than he's just shooting at the field. We're talking about layups and dunks primarily. He's making almost the same amount of 3s as he is layups. And then he's shooting 51% from the free throw line. We are going to make some changes. Oh my gosh. I can't believe this shit. Now I have to go, and I'm just curious, Stats. I want to see league stats around the leagues. Team stats. There we go. Free throw percentage. I want to see what on earth are we shooting as a team, and who could possibly be shooting worse than us from the free throw line. Wow. So we're not even as bad as we're shooting free throws. We're not even the worst second, third, or fourth. We're the fifth worst shooting team from the free throw line, which is the Pelicans. My gosh. How bad can y'all shoot it? I mean, I know Lonzo ain't a good free throw shooter, but that means Brandon Ingram is probably shooting bad. He's shooting 88%. He's shooting 78%. Who's shooting? Zion and Lonzo are just tanking y'all, huh? Yeah, Steven Adams. Yeah, 3 of their starters are shooting horrendously from the free throw line, and that's just killing them because they're playing majority of the minutes. I understand now. The Thunder, who's shooting so bad for them? Austin Rivers should not be on this team. Austin Rivers is shooting 57% from free throw line. Darius Miller should not be. I know I started this a while before he got cut, but why is he even starting? Poku, what you shooting? 82%. That guy, gotta love that guy. Bradley is shooting. At least he's shooting 65%. Baisley, what you shooting, Baisley? They're not playing Baisley. Baisley playing. Okay, 26 minutes, 29 minutes. Okay. I'm about to say I'll come in and swoop them. How do we rank as far as 3-point shooting? We are 1, 2, 3, 4. We're the 5th worst 3-point shooting team in the league. Are we good at anything? Is there anything that we're good at, that we're in the upper echelon with? Winning percentage, obviously we're not going to be good. Points per game, where do we rank there? We're second. We're the 2nd worst scoring team in the league. That's okay. We're playing a lot of rookies and a lot of young players. Points allowed. We're looking good as far as points allowed. We're one of the best defenses, I guess. The Brooklyn Nets are allowing 112 points a game. So this is a reverse thing. So the best points allowed is the worst. So the Brooklyn Nets is the worst defensive team as far as points allowed. And the Bulls are the best. They allow the lowest amount of points. And we're the 6th. So according to points allowed, if you want to judge it off points allowed, we're the 6th best defense in the league, which is encouraging because we don't have Jonathan Isaac. Markelle Fultz is a better defensive point guard than Cole Anthony and Michael Carter-Williams. Gary Harris is a more defensive player than R.J. Hampton and Dwayne Bacon at this point. So for us to still be 6th best defense with all of our top players, especially our defensive players, and that speaks volumes to Wendell Carter and Mo Bamba. I guess they were just protecting the rim. A super good job. But yikes. So yeah, let me look at blocks. Blocks per game. Defensive rebound, we're probably in the middle, I'm guessing. We rebound. All right. Blocks per game. There we go. We are. Yeah, I don't know where our defense is coming from because we are 27th as far as blocks. Steals per game. We're 14th. We're tied for 13th with the Kings. So yeah, I'm not sure. Then do we protect the basketball? We probably don't, right? We probably don't. We're just in the middle. No. Is this the defense or this first? No, this is turnovers. So we turn the ball over a significant amount. We have the 7th most turnovers in the league. We foul a lot. We don't foul a lot. Okay. I don't know why we're a good defense. We don't steal the ball a lot. I mean, I guess that was our best defensive trait. We're one of the last teams in blocks. I don't know, y'all. I have no idea why we're so good defensively. Gary Harris is back. We're not going to change anything. Gary Harris is just going to sit on the bench in street clothes for the rest of the season. He's probably going to be irritated and pissed off going into the offseason, and it's going to be, what do they have? Like the attribute things. They have like red things by their names. He's probably going to be one of those guys. I'll adjust this manually. They're playing so many minutes, they're just charged out, and Chuma Okeke is cold. Okay. So we got to take Michael Carter-Williams 20 minutes. And I guess we can give 10 to Gary. And we'll give 10 to Otto. I'm just being an asshole at this point. Terrence Ross, I want you to start in small forward. RJ Hampton, the last few games, you'll get started minutes. And then I want Mo Bamba to start some of these games. Just to switch shit up. You know what, RJ Hampton? You're going to start at point guard. Dwayne Bacon, you there. 6 man is going to be Cole Wendell. Then we're going to have Otto and Gary. Ta-da. And yeah, we're going into the off season. Mo Bamba is hurt a lot, like with knick-knack injuries. That's a neck injury. We'll just leave everything as it is because the season is practically over. And Mo Bamba got another injury thing. So to wrap up the season, Giannis wins for the 3rd consecutive time the MVP. James Wiseman takes home the Rookie of the Year with 12 and 10. Lou Williams is the 6th Man of the Year for the Atlanta Hawks. Kawhi is Defensive Player of the Year. Michael Porter Jr. is the Most Improved. And then the Coach of the Year is Quentin Snyder. So some of these look real. Quentin Snyder looks to be real. Michael Porter Jr. could potentially be a Most Improved Player. I don't think he's going to get it. Probably go to like Jeremy Grant. Kawhi won't be Defensive Player of the Year. He won't be 6th Man of the Year. And this will probably be LaMelo or Anthony Edwards. And that's probably Jokic just to lose as of right now. Where some of my guys can be, first team, we got Chuma Okeke. Chuma Okeke is first team all rookie. This is a very, very pleasant sight to see. He finishes with 9 and 6. His shooting got a little bit better. Free throws got a little bit better. So I'm happy and proud to see that. And then we got Cole Anthony. So we have 2 rookies making all rookie first and second team. That is great for a rebuilding team to see. Who else? Did anybody else also do that? Are we the only team to have 2 players on both teams? I think we are. So that is encouraging to see. Chuma Okeke made the first team over Anthony Edwards, Sadiq Bey, Patrick Williams. That's phenomenal. That makes me extremely happy. Now the playoffs are a little twisted. They're a little all over the place. But let's see what happens. Utah advances. The Lakers lose. The Lakers lose in the first round to KP and Luka Doncic. This is talked about. Oh, where's Porzingis? He only had 8 points in the closing game. Didn't matter. So this is going to be talked about all over sports TV for the next 3 years. We're going to talk about LeBron James losing in the first round to young Doncic, and Doncic has 45, 13, and 8, 16 of 28, 6 of 15. I'm saying this to have y'all picture what it would be like if this was real life. Right now, ESPN, Fox Sports Network, Through the Wire, House of Highlights, everybody's talking about Luka. Luka is the hottest shit right now in my reality, in my 2K reality. Luka is the man right now. And LeBron has 17, 8, and 12, 7, 19. They're probably having conversations of should LeBron wrap it up. Is this it for LeBron James? I want to look through the rest of the series. KP came to hoop. Doncic had a game where he didn't really shoot it that well. 18, 7, 8. I'm guessing the Lakers won. No, the Mavericks still won this game. And the Lakers. Where's LeBron? LeBron was hurt? LeBron was hurt. Okay, so game 1, there was no LeBron James. Anthony Davis and Drummond tried their best, but it wasn't enough. Game 2, LeBron is back. He comes back from injury with 25 and 16. And the Lakers destroy them. Luka again. First 2 games, Luka ain't looking like Luka. So I guess the narrative is, hey, is Luka ready for this? You know what I mean? 1-1. Then the Mavericks come back. He said, I am ready for this, and give him 40 and 13. And Porzingis is struggling. How do the Lakers look? AD is hooping, but LeBron 12 points in 18. They talking about LeBron. The narrative, should he retire? Anthony Davis and LeBron 19 apiece. Schroeder leads them in scoring. Yeah, this is just a very inconsistent. Oh my gosh. 52, 15, and 11 for Luka. Yikes. Game 5, LeBron comes back with 30. He has 29. Lakers win by 3. Then Game 6, Luka say, dope. We not blowing this. Y'all ass is going home. Wow. So the Lakers lose. Golden State beats Portland. Dame goes down to Steph again with no Klay Thompson. And damn, Draymond Green. Oh, he is here. So yeah, no Steph Curry. No Klay Thompson, and they still beat Dame and CJ. CJ looks underwhelming in Game 6. We'll go through this real quick. Steph, Game 1, gives them boys 40. Dame comes with 32. Nurkic 12, 16, and 7. CJ has 27. Wiggins 25, 8, and 5 is nice. 12, 13, 11, 10, and 9. Oh, they hooping. They hooping. Oubre didn't play in Game 1. Steph comes in 23, 6, and 9. Oubre played. Draymond 5. So I'm getting, yeah, they lost this. So I'm about to say, had the Dame come back with his 40 piece. Nurkic got 29 and 8. Okay. Then Game 3, Steph come back with his 40 piece. Oh, this is like a boxing match. They was giving uppercuts and haymakers and uppercut. Then they were going back and forth. Okay. Then they came and worked. So the Warriors are up 2-1 now because they came and answered. CJ is disappearing. Norman Powell disappearing. Game 4, Steph again. Steph put his foot down. I got 49 for him. Lillard, 20. CJ again under 20 points. CJ was underwhelming in this series. And Steph coming Game 5. I'm guessing it's a 40-point performance from Dame because he has 35 and they still lost. No, but CJ woke up. And CJ, the other CJ Ellaby from Washington State, the lefty. Wow, he had a dub. Norman Powell with 8 points. Shit. And then Steph said enough is enough. Dame tried with 43, but another game under 20 for CJ and Norman. Wow. Okay. And then the Clippers, they just dominated the Nuggets. They got their revenge. They said, fuck that. Look at Paul George. Look at Paul George silencing the critics. 40, 10, and 6. Kawhi with 34. Zubac with 20 and 20. Rondo 10 and 10. 3 steals from Beverly, 3 steals from Kawhi, 3 steals from Paul. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Jokic with 31, and that's it. Everybody else is on clamps. Game 2 is the game that Denver did win, and Jokic got some help from some other. Bobo had a surprisingly 17. I guess that's how they won. But everything else was pure luck, huh? Nuggets was clamped up. Jamal Murray had 30, but then Jokic had 9. And then Game 4, Jamal Murray had 23, Porter, but then Jokic had 12. Wow. The Nuggets came and went crazy. Paul George was hooping this entire series. Might be a sneak peek into real life. Woo-wee! Try to get these simulated before we end this. And then the next episode, I guess we'll see who's gonna win the finals. Or since we here, we might as well do it. This is what I have. This is like my real life. What I would predict. I got Clippers versus Nets, and I'm rooting for the Clippers. Y'all know I'm a Clipper fan now. Might piss me off. So let's see. Your 2021 NBA champions are probably the Brooklyn Nets. Is it Paul George or is it Kawhi's MVP? Paul George did. Wow. Hey, I gotta end the video like that, man. You can't make this shit up. Paul George averaged 28, 6 and 5, 2 steals, 50% from damn near 3 in the field. Peace.